Hello everyone, welcome to this video. This is the last video of this tutorial series. In this video, we will be making an auto turret. So let's get started. So let's go to scripts folder and create a new script, and let's call it auto turret. So right here, we should inherit from our base class, which is electric device. So we can use the stuff inside that class. Let's remove these functions. We don't need it right now. We need to override a function which is on device power state changed. So this function will be called when the power turned on or off. So we need to be notified about that. So right here we will also use the base code. Right here we should check if the state is true. That means the storage should work. We will do something else. We will do something else. Uh, right now we will not make a real turret. We will make some animations turning on and turning off. And then if you want, you can add it yourself. It's so simple. In this course, we only focusing on make the electricity system. So right now I need to make some uh, coroutines which will make some animation to our turret. So let's go back to Unity, and right here uh, we have our turret. There is a lot of objects, but mainly I will move this object to while we turn off, the object should be like this, and when we turn on, this object will be like that, and then the whole turret should rotate. I think this object should rotate. Yes, perfect. So let's do that. First of all, we need to get a reference for this and this object. So this object maybe 40 is a good value when it's on, and when it's off, minus 90 is a good value. So let's go back to Unity and let's declare new functions. So first of all, we need to declare a coroutine because we should assign or store our running coroutine inside that so we can stop it whenever we want. Because our animations will be playing endlessly. So when the device is turned off, we should be able to stop that animation. So we should store everything inside this variable, which is turret routine. Okay, and now let's create some coroutines. So public enumerator, and let's call this turret startup. So inside this function, we will change the angle of the rocket launcher. So we need to have reference of two transforms. One of the base rotation point, which will rotate all the turret, and we need another transform for rocket launcher rotation point. Yeah. So right here we will change the rotation of this one. So first of all, I need to store the first rotation of it. So I will store it as a quaternion. So let's call this current rotation. And this is equal to rocket launcher transform dot local rotation. Perfect. And I need also to get a parameter, and we'll call this duration, which is the duration of the animation. And also I need to create a float, and I will call this temp timer. Let's assign this as 0. And now let's make a while loop, and our condition for the while loop is while the temp timer is smaller than our duration. So inside the loop, I will raise the temp timer by the time dot delta time. So temp timer plus equal time dot delta time. And right here, I will use quaternion dot slurp, so I can change the rotation smoothly. So rocket launcher dot local rotation is equal to quaternion dot slurp, and this function is actually convert from a quaternion to another one by float. So if our if our t is 0, we are in A point, which is the first rotation, and if our float is 1, we will be in the B point, which is our target rotation. So this is what slurp function does. Our first rotation will be the current rotation. Our target rotation, as I told you, will be 30° on y-axis. So quaternion dot Euler, and here it will be 0, 40 or 30, it doesn't matter. And here we will assign some variables to point how much of the duration is filled, and this is why we are holding some timer. So we will need a new function. Let's call this t, and this t is equal to our temp timer divided by duration. So if let's imagine if the duration is 1 second, so this will start from 0 until 1. So in the first time it will be 0 divided by 1, so it's 0. So if this 0, we will be on the current rotation, and this will raise and raise and raise until it be 1. So 1 divided by 1, so we will be on this rotation. I hope you understand. So let's put t here. Okay, and we need to wait a frame so it's happen smoothly. So we are waiting a frame and doing this stuff every frame until we reach our destination. So this is our coroutine for the startup. We need to make exactly the same one for the turret turn off. So turret turn off. We will make exactly the same thing, but we will change the angle right here. We will make it minus 90, and we need to make one more for idle state. So we need our whole turret to rotate maybe slowly. Let's make this function. We need also to make public enumerator. Let's make this turret idle. And right here, I want to wait 2 seconds in the beginning. So yield return new, wait 4 seconds. Let's wait maybe 0.5 seconds. And secondly, we need to make the startup function because we don't want directly to go to idle mode. So yield return start coroutine, and you need call this coroutine. So any code we write right here, it will not happen until this coroutine is done. So as a duration, I will give it 1 second, and then let's make our idle animation. So idle animation will happen endlessly. So we will put it in infinity loop. So while true, that means any single code happening right here, it will happen endlessly until we stop it, force it to stop. So we will make another timer here. So let's call this temp timer equal to 0. And right here, let's make a while. So until temp 0 is while the temp timer is less than duration. I need also to get duration as a parameter. I forget to do that. Perfect. So right here, I want to uh, increase the temp timer by the data time. And now I need to rotate the main part of the turret, which is this one. I will rotate it in y-axis. So dot rotate, and I will rotate it on y-axis, maybe on z-axis. Sorry, let me check. Let's go to Unity, and this was our base object. Yes, we need to rotate on z-axis. So let's go back to Unity. We need to rotate on z-axis, maybe 2 degree by frame. This will be enough, or actually this is too much. Let's make it 0.2. And yes, and also we need to wait for a frame. Perfect. And after we have done, I wanted to rotate for like 1 second and wait 2 seconds. Rotate for 1 second and wait 2 seconds. Let's make it in this way. So right here, I need to make the temp timer 0, so we can make the loop forever. So after we are finish this, it will return right here. Actually, it's not necessary because we are already declaring this for every time. So anyway, let's go and wait for seconds. New, wait for seconds, and here we will wait 2 seconds. So right now our turret will rotate for 1 second and wait 2 seconds, and he will do this endlessly until we stop the whole animation. So let's go right here and use our coroutine. So firstly, we should check if the routine is not null. So if it's not null, that means there is some routine is happening right now. Maybe it's the idle animation or stop animation. Anyway, we need to stop it, whatever it was. So stop coroutine and stop this coroutine. After that, after we stop the coroutine, we need to assign it. So our coroutine is equal to start coroutine, and I will start the idle function because the idle function is already calling this function right here. So the idle function, and as a duration, I will give it 1. We should make exactly the same thing right here, but I will change the function and I will make and I will use this function to stop the turret. And yeah, this is all what we want for our auto turret. So let's go back to Unity and let's add the script right here. But I can't find, there's some error. Let's go and check. I probably declared the same class twice. So let me delete it. Yep, I declared it 2 times. So let's delete this and let's rename this. So if you select the name of the script and press the right button of the mouse, rename. I only want to delete one, and press enter, and everything will be handled. So let's go back to Unity. Perfect. So now we can attach the script right here. I need also to add a box collider so we can detect it. Let's change the size, maybe 3. This will be enough. The name will be auto ret. The cost, let's make the cost like 10 maybe. 5 is enough. We need to add some ports also. We need to assign also this transform points. So base rotation, I think this is the base rotation. Yep. So let's assign this. And the rocket launcher rotation point is this. Yep. Let's assign this also. So let's add some ports. Go to prefabs. Let's add a port right here. Sorry. Uh, I need to put all of them in an empty game object so I can. This will be better actually. Let's reset this point and put the turret as a child to this point. So this is our turret actually. So let's call this auto turret. Perfect. So now let's delete this port from here and let's add the port to this object. So now let's phase it down. This will be a good point. And this will be an input port. Let's call this an input port. Perfect. And let's assign this. I need actually to move this scripts to the parent. So let's remove it from here. Go right here and paste new component. Need to make the same thing for the box collider. Copy component, then remove it, and then paste it as a new right here. Perfect. So now I think we should add the port right here for the inputs. You can add some output ports, it's up to you, but it's not necessarily, it will work anyway. But if you put a lot of energy for the turret, you will not be able to get the remaining power if you don't put an output port. So now let's start our game. Let's go and maximize the screen. And let us check, let's get some energy from the wind turbine. Put it right here. Also, let's this. So now we need 5 only. So if we plug the port right here, yep, it will work. Perfect. But unfortunately, we are not able right now to see the shutdown animation because we are not able to remove the connection after we did it. So I need to add a feature to our wire tool, so we should be able to remove connections. So let's do that. To do that, first of all, we need to make some changes in our wire code. Let's go to wire and open the script. We need to add a function to remove the wire. So right here we are making a function to reset a wire, but this is not enough for removing a full connected wire, because in full connected wire we are making some subscriptions, we are setting the some properties in the ports, so we need to undo that. So let's make a new function. Let's call this remove wire. Perfect. So first of all, we need to unsubscribe to the output ports on value changed event, because when we are connecting the ports to each other, we are doing these subscriptions. So we need to unsubscribe from the subscription. So copy that and paste it right here and change the plus to minus. Perfect. And then we need to make exactly the opposite thing right here. So we will copy this and paste it right here. So the is connected property of the ports should be false. Also, it should be false, and the connected wire should be null. So there is not any connected wire anymore. And also, after doing that, we need to set a value manually to the input port because the input port was taking energy from the output port. But after we unsubscribed, yes, we will not be notified if the value changed, but we have the last value of the output port. So we should make sure that the input port's value is 0. So after doing that, let's set a 0 value to input port. So input port will set value 0. And after all of this, we need to destroy the wire. So we should not see it visually in the game. You can also turn it off only, but I will destroy it. It's up to you. So destroy game object. Perfect. After doing that, let's go to our wire tool, go to Unity, let's go to the player and the wire tool. So right here in the update, let's close this up. We don't know this. Yes. Right here we need to add new functions. So we'll check if you are holding the right button of the mouse. Do that, we will say input dot get mouse button with that down. So this will be this function will be called every frame while we are pressing on the right button of the mouse. Because the get mouse button down will be called one time if you are pressing to the mouse buttons, and when we are releasing that, there is another function which calls get mouse button up, but get mouse button will be called every frame, so it will do our job. So right now when we sorry, I should put one because we are focusing on the right button of the mouse. So right here we should make some checks. So if So we should, first of all, to be able to remove any connection, we should be detecting the port we are want to remove the connection on that port. So if we are don't detecting a port, so if detected port is null, or if you are detecting a port but this port don't have any connection, so in this time we should not be able to remove anything because there is no any connection to remove. So in this case we should return. Otherwise, that means we are looking to some port and this port have a connection. So in this time, we should make some timer. Let's make a new float right here. And let's call this wire remove timer. And let's make another float and let's call this wire remove duration. And let's make it maybe uh, 1.5 seconds. So if you hold the right button of the mouse for 1.5 seconds on some port, it will delete the connection that ports have. So let's increase our timer by time to delta time. So right here, sorry, plus equal time dot delta time. And right here, we should check if this timer is equal to our duration. So if this timer is more or equal to our wire remove duration, so in this time we should make the timer 0 And also we need to use remove wire function that we have created recently. So detected port dot connected wire dot remove wire. And this is why we have a reference inside the port to the wire. So we can remove the wire by the port. And then also I need to reset the wire points. And yeah, I need to make one more thing. So let's check when we release the right mouse button. So I need to get mouse button down, button up, sorry. And I want the right button of the mouse. And in this case, I need also to make the timer 0 because maybe I have released the button before I feel the duration. And this time I need to make it 0. So when I press the button again, we will start from the beginning. Perfect. And let's make this value 0 initially. Perfect. So let's go back to Unity. And let's start the game. And now let's make some connection from here to here. And let's look to that connection and hold the right button of the mouse. And yep, it deleted. Let's check to the input port. Yeah, it's 0. It was 8 and now it's 0. Let's make the connection again. Now it's 8 and the battery is filling. And if I remove it, everything will be back to the original. But let's try to remove the connection from our turret to see the animation. So this is how our turret starts. And if I remove the connection, let's remove the connection. Yep, it's get down. So I want to see this in a better way. So let's connect our turret to the switch. So let's connect this wire to the switch, and from output of switch, let's connect it to our turret. Perfect. So when I switch the switch on, our turret will work. And if I switch it down, our turret will be turned off. Perfect. So guys, that's all for our electric system. This is not massive system, but it's a base system. You can build above of it as much as you want. Uh, I hope you liked the content of this channel, and if you like it, I hope you support this channel by subscribing and liking and also sharing the videos. Also, you can support me uh, by support me on Patreon or channel memberships, so I can make a better and better content. Thank you for watching.